everybody. Welcome to the campus of Goffstown High School, home of the Grizzlies, for the conclusion of the regular season here in Division I girls basketball action. Jason Roby here along with the highlight guy, Steve Cody on the moving pictures. I am joined by Bishop Guertin headman Brad Craig and coach. Senior night last night at the Caliga Dome, and certainly a terrific game for your young ladies as they really put it to Cicero North of Syracuse. Did that game surprise you at all?
It did. It did. I thought we'd be ready to play, but I was surprised at the score. To be honest with you, I thought that'd be a tight game, and kind of thought it was going to be a toss-up going into it, and we just played really well yesterday. So hopefully we can bring that same energy and focus today.
Cicero North head coach made a point, and he said, we really weren't ready for that brand of basketball. I assume he was talking about the full court pressure, just the relentless turnover on the bench, and it seemed like wave after wave after wave of Cardinal girl coming in and really finding their groove within your system. You think your girls have turned a corner here? You finally have this thing figured out heading into next week?
Yeah, I'm optimistic about that. I hope so. We've had two very solid performances this week on the road at Portsmouth, and then, as you mentioned, yesterday at home against a pretty good team from Syracuse. And I'll feel a lot better about things if we can sustain that level of energy and have another good, solid performance today. And again, optimistic that we're heading in the right direction here at the right time of year.
Coach, this is a Goffstown Grizzly team, and I had an opportunity to talk with our friend Steve Largy, longtime friend, head coach of the Grizzlies. They are coming into tonight's game at 10-6. They were bitten a little bit by the COVID bug and have played a lot of games in a very short amount of time. What can you tell us about this Goffstown team? Yeah,
well, first of all, very fond of Steve. It's you've coached with him in the football program. I had the opportunity to coach with him for a year, when he was running your freshman program. Just a great young coach. He's done a great job with this program. He's really gotten this thing going, and, he's been in double-digit wins now for a couple of years running, and he's got some really talented kids in the program. It's going to be a very tough game for us.
You talk about what this game, the purpose of this, and what lies on the other side of it. We're talking about the potential to host two games playoff-wise versus only one. Obviously, you have to get through that first one. So This game has playoff ramifications written all over it.
Big ones. Yeah, look, I think anybody would tell you they'd rather play a state tournament playoff game in their home gym versus going on the road. So, you're right. If we can win today, we have the opportunity to play two home games until we move to a neutral site. Obviously, got to get through the first one. If we lose today, we'll still have a home game, and then if we are fortunate enough to get past that one, we'd have to go on the road. So a lot for us to play for.
Well, Coach, I want to wish you the best of luck as we close out the regular season. It is February 6th. Hard to believe we are ready for the tournament. We still have one left. We'll get to that in just a minute. Best of luck out there this afternoon.
Thanks. Take care.
That is Brad Craig, the head man of the Bishop Guertin Cardinals. This pregame was brought to you by the Tractor Supply Company. Steve Cody only buys his free-range chicken feed at one place. That is Tractor Supply Company. So get your chicken feed there. All right, we are just about ready to meet the starting lineups, and we'll be back for the national anthem right after this.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Goffstown High School for this afternoon's Division I girls basketball game between the Bishop Guertin Cardinals and your Goffstown Grizzlies. We remind you that interscholastic events are an extension of the classroom, and that lessons are best learned when the proper respect is accorded to all. Please let the good sportsmanship show throughout the contest. Now let's meet today's starting lineups. First for Bishop Guertin. Starting guard or 5'7" junior, number 1.
All right, we'll meet the starting lines for both teams. Number 1, Brooke Paquette getting the nod. She had a monster game last night. Liv Murray, another big game for her as well. Wheeler, a couple of big three-point shots last night. If she starts to heat up from range, look out. Great Malls of Fire, Molly Smith getting the nod here from Coach Crick. And rounding out the starting five, senior Daro Chang had the opportunity to speak with her last night post-game at the conclusion of senior night.
And now the starting lineup.
Now we'll meet Coach Largy's Goffstown Grizzlies.
Starting guard, 5'8" sophomore, number 1,
Maggie Sasso, the number 1 starting guard. Ava Ruggiero, number 3, another guard for Coach Largy's squad. Noelle Simmons getting the start, number 22. Ava Winterburn, number 12. And number 20. Green will start. This time we'll take a brief moment for the national anthem. We'll be right back for the tip after this. Terrific brass section there for that rendition of the national anthem. We are about ready to get underway. The highlight guy, Steve Cody, will be on the moving pictures tonight. Jason Roby doing the play-by-play and color commentary for you. We are sitting just underneath the batting cage here. I feel like we're in one of those old episodes of Batman with like Burt Ward and, oh gosh. Who was Adam West, thank you. Like the Catwoman, the big net's going to drop down on us or something. All right. Happy Sunday, everybody. This is the conclusion of the regular season. Guertin fighting for the 4 spot with a victory here today. They would cement that and earn the potential to play 2 home games. Goffstown, meanwhile, also trying to figure out who they will play in the first round as they come in at 10-6. Their game against Nashua South was canceled, so will not count in the standings. They will play 17 total games. Guertin in their all green, Goffstown in their white, red trim, or I guess might call it maroon. This is Smith, gets it over to Paquette. Paquette now gets the pick on ball. They whip it around the perimeter. They find Smith underneath, and a pretty move there. Great entry pass. As Great Malls of Fire gets things started here, 2-0 Guertin. They will extend their man-to-man pressure as Ruggiero whips it around to Sasso. Sasso picks up a pick, drive, elbow, fire, good. Pretty shot there by Sasso. We are locked up at 2 here, early going of this one. Smith fires it out. Murray, runner with the left hand in the lane. It is in and out, and it looks like we're going to get an over-the-back call against Dara Ochang. Guertin will extend the full court pressure here. This is really what did in Cicero North out of Syracuse, New York last night. We'll see how the Grizzlies handle the pressure. Ball comes into Ruggiero. She gets it back over to Sasso. Sasso now guarded closely by Murray. Forced to her right, kick to the baseline. Ruggiero, skip pass intercepted at the elbow by number 11, goes up. That was Murray, couldn't get it to go. Back the other way comes Simmons. And Simmons going to go in hard. Offensive foul. Good positioning there by Paquette. That's going to be Simmons' first personal. Murray to inbound the ball. Gets it to Paquette. Murray will come up the floor. Moving right to left, finds Malls of Fire. Kicked into the corner, baseline, three-point shot, no. Wheeler was there, tried to get the rebound, couldn't. Ball's on the floor, and coming away with it are the Grizzlies. Cross court they go. This is Sasso. Onto the baseline to Ruggiero. She'll drive. Back to Sasso. Maggie. And a move on the floor. They're going to call it on the floor. No basket. That's going to be Paquette's first personal. That's Guertin's second team foul. 6:08 to go here, opening quarter, 2-2. And an open three-point look in and out there. Sasso had a good look at it. Oh, and we're going to get a blocking call there as Paquette's hitting the floor a couple of times here in the early going. That's going to be Ava Winterburn. She stuck her right leg out. That's going to be her first, team's third personal. Goffstown will fall back behind court and pick up man-to-man. Paquette lost the handle briefly, went out of bounds. It was tipped by a Grizzly. Smith. Spin move there by Paquette. Should drive into the lane, and that's going to be a blocking call. And this is not what you like to see. Your starting guard has hit the floor 3 times here in the first minute of the game. And the other thing you have to think about is getting into that tournament healthy. That was Green's first personal. Paquette's going to go to the line for a pair. Comley knocks down the first. Makes the second. 2 out of 2 for Paquette. A 4-2 Guertin lead early going here. Wheeler applying the pressure. Simmons was able to break it and finds Sasso. Sasso working on Paquette. They feed the low post. Up and over Smith goes Winterburn. Pretty jump shot there from about 8 feet away. 4-4. Paquette drives the lane, finishes strong, and she'll head to the line for an old-fashioned three-point attempt. We'll get a substitute in here. Trinka will come in for Green. And Paquette will get one free throw here. Knocks it down for the three-point play. She's got 5 of the 7 Guertin points. Behind the back goes Sasso. They kick it out to the wing. Simmons will try to reverse. And we're going to get a foul on Wheeler. That's her first personal. That's the team's third. So less than 24 hours later, this Guertin team is on the floor, and we'll have to see if the legs are affected at all last night from going 150 miles an hour for 32 minutes. Of course, that's just an estimate. Simmons now, a kick out. Glass, and that's all she was able to get there as Paquette gets the rebound, comes the other way, fires it to Malls, and she can't get it in. They were looking for the low post play. Couldn't get it, but they steal it right back. Nice bounce pass on the low block, and they were looking for Ocheng on the square. That's going to go against Trinka. That's her first personal, team's 4th. According to the scoreboard, it's their 5th. Lynch and Daly will check in for the Cardinals. Paquette from the elbow, spin move,
dish out there to Muller. Murray into the key, kick out. This is Lynch driving into the paint, can't get it to go. Rebound comes to Muller. She'll go up strong, can't get the roll. Lynch there to clean up the mess. And Murray, little miscommunication there, and the lid is on the top of the basket here for the Cardinals as they can't get it to drop down and through. 7-4, 4:20 to go here, first quarter, and that is Kate Daly anticipating that pass. She stepped into the passing lane. Winterburn to do the honors here on the baseline, and the Grizzlies will set up in the half court. Murray closely guarding Ruggiero. Trinka got it back out to Winterburn. That ball is going to go off the wing of a Cardinal. Grizzly ball. Goffstown in the half court. They'll set it up. Behind the back goes Sasso. Gets it to Trinka. Pull-up jumper from the elbow. No. Good box out there by Kate Daly. Stepping into the passing lane. Couldn't get it to go. Lynch will go up strong. No call there. Very fortunate. Hana has her first bucket. 9-4 Guertin. 3:36 and counting. First quarter of action. And Coach Largy takes a timeout and wants to talk it over. Didn't like something that he saw there. It looks like it's going to be a full timeout, a full minute. So 9-4 early going here. The 10-6 Goffstown Grizzlies trying to stay in this one as they are down just 5. Meanwhile, Bishop Guertin, not a lot of rest for them as well after coming off of the floor early evening to Cicero north of Syracuse, New York. A win here would put Guertin at 15-3 and give them percentage points advantages over Concord High School. They would have the same record as Concord, but because they played more playoff teams or have more wins against playoff teams, they would get the nod for the 4 seed. Possession arrow goes with the Grizzlies, so should we have any type of a jump ball situation, Goffstown will retain possession and Guertin will come out and apply full court pressure. Going up against Muller, she had to change her shot, did Ruggiero. Fired from the outside, side iron, no. Going up strong for the rebound was Winterburn, no. Rebound goes, and that is Bowen. Bowen dribbling with the left, went up strong, got that board. Beautiful crossover dribble there. So she's a 3, but she can dribble like a 1. And they had her on the post travel on Lynch, but like to see him look back at Bowen as she was going through the paint. She had inside position on her defender. See if they come back to that. Yeah, but Bowen dribbling like a point guard, even though she's a forward. Pretty shot there for Sasso. She's got 4 of the team's 7. Bowen to Daly. Daly now back to Bowen. Gets it to Murray. Murray to Muller. And everybody has touched the ball in this possession. Oh, leather souffle. Bowen went up strong. That ball was rejected. And this will be Bowen running it down. Pretty rebound there from Muller, couldn't get it to go. Dished back out to Lynch. Lynch on the kick out. We'll see what the call is on the floor. And it looks like that one is going to go against Winterburn. That's her second personal. And that's the team's 6th team foul. Murray, Bowen, Daly. Back out to Muller. The runner in the lane. Pretty move there by the 6'2 freshman. Muller's on the scorebook. And that's going to be a personal foul on Muller as she did not establish positioning on that baseline. And a host of substitutions now as one Grizzly and two Cardinals will come in. Grizzlies working the ball around the perimeter as Wheeler stepped into that passing lane, merely picked it off. Winterburn to do the honors on the sideline here. Not a lot of room over there. This is Simmons. Kicked out to the side. Nothing there as Winterburn missed everything. And back the other way comes Murray. She'll find Wheeler. Wheeler kicks it around to Bowen. Bowen got it to Paquette. Back iron. However, Cardinals will have another possession. The long rebound allows the Cards to set back up in their half court. Bowen, Paquette, she thought about it. Instead, she'll drive. She'll go up with the left. Pretty move there and a make for Paquette. She's got 7 of BG's 13. Muller nearly came away with a steal, and that one airmailed towards the exit. That one was headed towards Bedford, I think. Bowen will check out as Ocheng will check back in. So Guertin going with some height here on this possession as 2 6-footers on the floor. And they'll find her. That was Ocheng. Good quick hands there by Simmons. However, Paquette cleaned it up and was able to drive back to the hole. 43 seconds to go here, and we're going to get a step on the sideline, I believe, by Daly. So good movement of the feet by Daly. 15-7, 40 seconds to go here and counting. Paquette, crossover dribble, top of the key, fires over to Daly. Daly will dribble it back. Muller gets involved beyond the three-point line. Wanted the pick and roll, and Paquette hits the deck once more. 20 seconds to go here. 15-7 Cardinals. We'll see if the Grizzlies hold for the last shot. This is Simmons, top of the key. That ball stolen by Wheeler. She got into the passing lane. Should have probably stayed to the left side, ducked under, went back to the right. That ball will go off of Paquette. 4 seconds left. Guertin will extend the pressure so that they don't get a free shot here. Paquette, it'll be good if it goes! And it looked good from here, Steve Cody. The highlight guy having visions and flashbacks of his time on the hardwood with the sky hook from half court. We've been a part of a couple of ESPN top plays, at least we think so, and that one certainly would have been up for discussion as well. We'll come to the end of the first quarter of action here. Bishop Guertin enjoying an 8-point lead, a 15-7 advantage over the Goffstown Grizzlies. Of course, these numbers all unofficial, but Paquette leading all scorers with 8 up to this point. Molly Smith with a bucket, Lynch with a bucket, and Muller with a bucket. Meanwhile, on the other side of things, Sasso with 4, Winterburn with 1, and we missed a free throw. So we will not be calling our book the official book here. We wear many hats up here, Steve. We multitask, as it were. Grizzlies will get possession to start things off here in the second quarter. Winterburn will do the honors. She'll find Simmons. Simmons marked up closely by Murray. Back to Sasso, Sasso to Simmons. And we're gonna get a travel call there as Simmons maybe dragged that pivot foot just a bit. Goffstown now will extend their pressure. Paquette changing speeds, finds Wheeler in the corner. Back to Molly Smith. Pick on the ball there for Murray. And the Cards will work it around the perimeter again. Bounce pass on the block, goes up strong, and we'll get a foul call there. Thought we might see a travel prior to, but we did not. That's going to be Malovan's first personal. And Ochang will head to the line for a pair of free throws. Knocks down the first. Malovin, I apologize for getting that name. I want to say hi to all of our fans here in the Goffstown who are watching the highlight guy. And no good, 1 for 2 for Ochang. Baseline drive, good quick feet there by Dara. Simmons now, and again, Murray cutting that baseline off. And a good backdoor cut, challenged at the hoop, and that one's gonna go in. That's gonna be Ochang's second personal. And that was a pretty shot there. Sasso has a chance for the three-point play. And she'll complete it. 7 points early going for Sasso. 16-10 Guertin Wheeler. Skip pass across to Ochang. Over to Murray in the corner. She'll fire. She's not shy. And she'll knock down a three-pointer. Good dribble there, gets caught in the place you don't want to get caught, and that's down in the corner. Ball hits the floor. They're going to call Wheeler on some sort of foul. I'm not sure what it is. That's going to be her second personal, I believe. It is. That's 16 fouls on Bishop Guertin. Simmons to do the honors. And good denial defense there by number 12, Hannah Lynch. So they'll go to the other side now. This time they're able to get it into Hunt, who got it over to Sasso. Sasso drives baseline, throws it up, runner, no. Offensive rebound comes to the Grizzlies, and the ball finds its way to Sasso's hands once again. Simmons now working on Murray. Backdoor cut. And a good look at it. Sasso hits the floor pretty hard, no call. And Goffstown will pick up man-to-man here in the full court. Paquette coming down the floor. 6:23 to go here in the first half. Guertin enjoying a 9-point lead. Lynch, left-hand dribble to Daly, top of the key. Murray will cycle through. And leather souffle there as Paquette went up. And I think that foul is going to go against Daly, I believe. I think he said 22, but it's 23. They haven't put it up on the scoreboard yet. Yeah, it is her first personal as Noelle Simmons will head to the line for a 1-and-1 opportunity. Acoustic shadows here in the gym. And a rainmaker there hits the side iron. Back the other way comes Paquette. Top of the key will find Hannah. She'll cycle through. Murray bounce pass to the corner. Paquette thought about it. Mauls of fire finds Hannah. She'll drive, go up strong, can't get it to go. Tough angle there, jump ball call. Possession goes to Guertin. So a tough angle on that baseline there as Hannah tried to use the glass. Paquette to inbound the ball. She needs to find somebody. Good denial defense there, but she'll come away with the loose ball. Murray, bounce pass. That one went right between the legs of Smith. Good quick hands by the Grizzlies. Winterburn will check back in. Gotta have 5. Looks like Ruggiero is also in the game for the Grizzlies. Bounce pass, top of the key. Daly finds a streaking Murray with her back to the basket. Got to be careful here. A couple of near carries against the Cardinals. And Coach Craig not liking what he's seen in terms of offensive play, so he will call timeout. They'll talk things over. Just a 30-second timeout. A 19-10 Guertin advantage. Last night was senior night at the Caliga Dome. Doubleheader as the boys actually played Goffstown in the nightcap. They lost at a 3-point decision to the Grizzlies last night. So Goffstown will move into the top 4. Your top 4 looks to be in Division I boys. It'll be Trinity, Nashua North, Pinkerton, and Goffstown in that order. Lynch finding Daly. She'll drive to the hoop, goes up strong, but too strong. If that was a 12-foot hoop, it may have had a chance. 5:04 and counting. And Coach Craig going to get called for a technical here. So that's a first. Guess they won't be heading out for lunch after this one. Looks like Sasso will take the free throws. Coach Craig has to be careful here as another technical. Would knock him out of the game and potentially that first round game as well. So back iron, couldn't get the second one to go. So 1 of 2 for Sasso, and the Grizzlies will also get possession. They're facing an 8-point deficit here with 5:02 to play in the first half. Ruggiero to the high post. Sasso, and that's going to be a backcourt violation. So Hannah Lynch really extending the defense there against Winterburn and caused that turnover. Molly Smith will head to the bench and Muller will come back in for the Cards. 4:48 to go, 19-11 Guertin advantage. Second quarter of action here from the campus of Goffstown High School. Paquette gets the pick. Yeah, they're going to call her on the carry. You can't, they're really getting underneath that ball, and I'm surprised we haven't seen more of it here this year by a lot of teams. It's that little hesitation step that causes you to put your hand underneath that basketball. And it was exaggerated quite a bit. Lynch again stepping into the passing lane, save there. Sasso will come away with it to the baseline, fired from range, no good. Rebound comes to the Grizzlies, and that was Ruggiero. Went up against Muller, couldn't get it to go, but the Grizzlies will retain possession. Winterburn, no. Lynch was there, got it over to Paquette. Paquette now, back to Lynch. Hands it off to Daly. Daly finds Muller. Muller gets it over to Murray in the corner. Almost another carry there. Only 2 officials here. We've seen 3. If there was a third, could have been called. The runner, leather souffle, they're going to say that Winterburn got a piece of the arm. And I believe that is 3 on her. And it is. Murray will head to the line for 2. Knocks down the first. Bowen will check back in for the Cardinals. It'll be Green for the Grizzlies. Around the rim and out, so 1 out of 2 there for Murray. Fired from long distance, no good. Hit the baseline. Possession to the Cards. Goffstown will fall back and pick up behind the half-court line. Muller to Lynch. Picking up a screen was Murray. She flashed through but couldn't get it. And a blocking foul will be called there. Looks like it's going to go against Ruggiero. That is her first personal foul. Guertin, of course, in the bonus. They have Ruggiero for 2 personals. Paquette makes the first. 2 Grizzlies checking in. That'll be Trinka and looks like Simmons back in for Goffstown. Paquette knocks down the second. And Guertin will extend full court pressure here. Here comes the trap. They get it over to the side. Lynch cuts it off nicely. Good help defense there. And Bowen going to get called for an over the top, and she definitely did reach that arm over. A little too aggressive there for Bowen, as she'll pick up her first personal. Goffstown will head to the line for a 1-and-1 opportunity. Green to do the honors. Air ball, possession will go the other way. Paquette now. Simmons marking her up. The backdoor cut was intended for Murray. It was a good idea, but Hunt got her hand in the passing lane and deflected it. So a good tip pass there. Goffstown now, a little bit of zip in their step. Hunt kicks it back out, and Bowen deflected that ball. Beautiful pass there. Oh, leather souffle! Get out of my kitchen! As that ball gets blocked, back the other way comes Goffstown. Kick out. Trinka thought about it. She'll skip past it across the way. Simmons now, crossover dribble. And no travel call. They're going to call a jump ball. Little equipment malfunction here as Simmons will tie her shoe. Smiles on the face, good to see. Hunt to do the honors, and that ball long-armed by Maddie Bowen. So the Grizzlies left will extend this possession into their backcourt. Winterburn checks back in, and she'll get the ball over to Simmons, who picked up a pick from Sasso. Simmons into the lane. And Hannah Lynch comes away with it, tried to find Bowen, bounced off of Bowen. It's going to be a jump ball. Possession will go to the Cardinals. So some sloppy play here by both teams in the last few moments of the first half, as a lot of loose ball action on the floor. Crossover dribble there. Up and no good, but a nice Nice crossover dribble by Murray. She'll head to the line. That foul is going to go against Trinka. That is her second personal. Murray to head to the line. Murray calmly knocks down the first. Two for two for Liv. Guertin will extend the pressure. Up by 13 here. 2 minutes to go. That went off of Hannah's foot, and Murray got caught up, but she's still able to make the bucket. And very smart move not to throw it back into the backcourt. And that ball goes off another foot. So another near steal for the Cardinals. Driving into the lane. Pretty move. No. They're going to call Muller for the push on that one. That'll be her second personal. Trinka will head to the line. Shooter's touch there. She'll get another. Two out of two for Trinka. 26-13. And we got a substitution as Kate Daly will check in for Muller. 1:45 to go here in the first half. Smith to Murray. Between the legs crossover, back to Smith. Paquette now in the corner. Dribble drive, throws one up too hard off the glass, but she was fouled. And as a result, Paquette will head to the free throw line. That going to go against Simmons. That's her second personal. 10 team fouls now on the Grizzlies. This will be a two-shot foul. Paquette back iron on the first. She had been perfect at the line today up until that point. Knocks down the second. 7 for 8 from the free throw line for Paquette. Or rather 6 for 7. My apologies. The trap comes. They are able to get the ball over to Green, who reverses the floor, and that's how you beat a press. Nearly thrown away there. Paquette finds a streaking up and in, no good. That was Murray. Kate Daly cleaned it up. So she'll head to the free throw line. Foul going to go against the Grizzlies. That's going to be Winterburn's first personal. Daly back iron on the first. She'll get a second. One out of two for Daly. Cardinals lead by 15, and good anticipation of that pass as Lynch came streaking across the floor, knocked it out of bounds. Sasso will bring the ball up, guarded closely there by Paquette. Crossover dribble. Sasso finds Ruggiero. Ruggiero marked up by Murray. Winterburn had a step on Bowen, and that pass was intended for Green on the baseline, but too hard, too fast, and too out of bounds. 28-13 Cardinals, 15-point advantage, 42 ticks left here in the first half of this one. Pick on ball there, rotated around, Murray. Lost the handle, got it back. Living dangerously went up and gets fouled in the act. That one gonna go against Ruggiero. That's her third. I have her for 3, they have her for 2, so. Murray calmly knocks down the first. Sassa will check out, and Foreman will check in for the Grizzlies. Knocks down the second. Full court pressure being applied here by the Cardinals. And they break it nicely. Throwing it up. There was no double dribble called there, but I saw it too. "14 seconds to go here. Crossover dribble, Paquette able to find Malls of Smith. She had a look at it. The runner in the lane, no. Rebound to the Grizzlies. Ruggiero won't have a shot at it this time. We'll come to the end of one half of play here from the campus of Goffstown. Your score, Bishop Guertin 30, Goffstown 13. We'll take a short break and be right back after this. Welcome back to the campus of Goffstown High School, home of the Grizzlies. We are just about ready to start second half action here between the Grizzlies and the visiting Bishop Guertin Cardinals. Jason Roby here along with the highlight guy, Steve Cody, on the moving pictures. Rundown of some numbers for you. Brooke Paquette had 12 in the first half. Ochang with a point. Molly Smith with a bucket. Olivia Murray with 10. Hannah Lynch with 2. Kate Daly with a point, and Brooke Muller with 2. On the other side of things, Sasso, 8 points. Strinka with 2. Winterburn with 2. Your final, or rather your halftime score, is the Guertin Cardinals 30 and the Goffstown Grizzlies 13. Guertin will get possession to start things off here in the second half, as we are just about ready to get underway. Next week starts the Division I tournament. Both of these teams with the high likelihood of hosting a first round game, at the very least one for each of these teams. And good hustle there, heading over to the scoreboard. That was a 40-yard dash. I got that in 4.8, Steve, which is pretty impressive on this floor. All right, ball is inbounded. Here comes Paquette working against Ruggiero. Spin move by Paquette. She lost the handle, got it back, and found Murray. Murray directing traffic over to Smith. Paquette now gets a pick and roll action, but that one went through Smith's hands, and it finds its way to Ruggiero. She'll get it to Sasso, driving, kick into the paint, and had a good look at it. Did Green. She would be well to put that one up, as we'll get the second half started with a foul against Guertin. And that's going to be Paquette. She'll pick up the personal foul. It's going to be her first. I have her for 2, so I think they may have made a mistake in the book. Sasso knocks down the first. Two for Sasso. She had 8 in the first half. 2 more to that total, leading all scorers for Goffstown. Wheeler to Smith. They're looking low post, but they had too many bodies over there. They'll rotate it. Murray. She was hacked in the act, so she'll head to the line. Foul's going to go, I believe that's against Trenka. We'll see. It is her 3rd personal. Murray will head to the line for a pair. Knocks down the first. Two for 2 for Murray. 7 out of 8 overall. And a steal there. Murray tries to find Ochang. She's going to get called for travel as she hit the deck. Potentially one of those situations where you just want to bring it back out and set up the half court. Smith nearly stole that one. Winterburn was able to reach out and grab it. Sasso will set up the offense. That's a double dribble, not called there. But she'll fire, and a 3-point shot for Sasso. She's got 5 points here to start the second half. Ochang to Wheeler. Wheeler, ball fake, back to her. And a lot of play beyond the 3-point line taking place here. Fired by Paquette, back iron, no. Trenka with the rebound. She'll give it up to Sasso, and back come the Grizzlies. Skip pass all the way to Ruggiero. She thought about it. pick and roll, nice move there. Winterburn fire up, no good. Offensive board for Green. And a hold there. They're trying to get it back into Winterburn. And I think that is going to go. Yeah, it's going to go against Paquette. They still have her for 2 personals. Muller checked back into the game. Sasso got the ball out. 3-point shot, front iron, no good there. A good look by Winterburn came up short. Here comes Murray into the key. Finds Muller. She had a mid-range jumper. Kicked it back out to Wheeler. No. Back iron. Goffstown working hard on the defensive glass. Trinka now. Spin move, nearly stolen by Wheeler. Ruggiero got it back to Sasso. A nice switch there. They'll try to get the high post action with a size advantage. And this is a good reach up and steal by Muller. And a carry there, they're gonna call it. No, they're not, they're gonna call a foul. That one gonna go against Trinka. I believe that is her 4th personal foul. And it is. 30-second timeout called. Coach Steve Largan wants to talk it over with the Grizzlies at a 32-18 score, 14-point advantage for the Cardinals early going of the 3rd quarter here. A win here for Guertin would solidify a top 4 position in the postseason. Meanwhile, a win for the Grizzlies would get them a home game at last count. Always important when you can get to the postseason and host a game or two. Goffstown out of their defensive huddle. They will set up Guertin to inbound the ball. Paquette beyond the 3-point line. Design play out. Yahtzee! Olivia Murray knocks down a 3-pointer. 35-18 now. That was a design play off the inbound pass. Murray used those picks, got to the top of the key and drained it. Good strong move there, but too hard for Winterburn. Offensive rebound up and in on the follow. So a good play there for the Grizzlies. Balls of fire, looking for help, gets it over to Murray. Pick for the ball. Wheeler, back to Murray, directing traffic, wants a streaker through the low post area. They work it around Paquette now. Balls of fire. Oh, leather souffle, get out of my kitchen, said Winterburn. She's got at least 3 block shots here tonight. Paquette's not afraid. She'll take it right to the hoop. And she got the board, hit the deck hard. She's okay. Paquette has been on the floor several times here this afternoon. Guertin enjoying a 15-point advantage here. Full timeout. Coach Craig wants to set things up on the offensive end of things. So Goffstown outscoring Guertin here in the 3rd quarter, 7-5. Sasso with 5 of those points. Winterburn with a bucket. Murray the only one to score in the early going here for the Cardinals with 5. So an interesting feel to this one, Steve. I think both of these teams excited to just get the tournament underway. But it is just February 6th, a condensed regular season. 3, sometimes 4 games a week. We talked to Coach Largy. They had a stretch where they had, I believe it was 9 or 10 games in a in 12 nights, something to that effect. So not a lot of practice time. He was not a huge fan of the setup, playing so many games with limited practices. And that seemed to be the general consensus of most coaches here in the state. Muller underneath, low post move, couldn't get it to go, tried to rebound or miss, could not. Ball finds its way in the hands of Simmons, and she'll dribble back the other way. Sasso up top. Winterburn, she'll fire, no, front iron, good save under her own hoop. Paquette will run the floor. Bounce pass, got through, and ball is rolling. Hate to see those limbs getting fallen on. It's a very scrappy play out there. Goffstown trying to inbound the ball. They get it into Simmons' hands. She'd be wise to stay away from that baseline. Takes it up to the middle instead. 3-on-2 and a good look there. And a pretty move as ducking up and under as Ruggiero. She'll get her first bucket of the afternoon. And offensive foul called against Lynch as she went in hard to the body of Ruggiero. They'll check on her, give her a second or two to get her bearings. She'll check out, so a great move offensively, comes back defensively, gets the player-controlled foul. She'll get a nice round of applause, taking the offensive foul from Lynch. Ball inbounded there. Grizzlies will try to reverse it. They do via the dribble. And no call there. Lynch with the deflection out of bounds. Grizzlies to do the honors in front of their own bench. 2:42 to go here, third quarter. 35-22 Bishop Guertin. Ball goes into the backcourt. Simmons, nice bounce pass in the lane, intercepted there. Murray comes away with a pull-up jumper. Pretty shot there. Would love to see more of that from this Cardinal team. The runner, and they're going to say she was fouled. That one going to go against Muller. That's her third personal by my count. To the line will go Simmons for a pair. Back iron, no. She'll get a second opportunity as Kate Daly will check in for Murray. No, 0 for 2 on that trip. Paquette fires, finds a streaking Daly, finds Lynch underneath, and a good finish there. Good unselfish basketball by the Cardinals. Back the other way comes Simmons, kick out. That was Winterburn. She's on the post, spin move, no. Rebound comes to Paquette, finds Bowen, she'll have to run it down. And that shot altered by Winterburn. They're going to say it went off of a Cardinal wing, so Grizzly ball. Simmons, ball stolen, nice bounce pass there, but Sasso got it back. So steal for steal. Simmons will set things back up. Winterburn working on Lynch. Should be relegated to a high post area. They're going to call Lynch on the body. A little bit of a touch foul there as 112 fouled the other. It's going to be Lynch's second personal. Paquette head to the bench. She's going to need an ice bath after tonight's game. That ball passed way into the backcourt as Simmons will have to run it down. Finds its way to Winterburn, who'll get it back to Simmons, over to Trinka. Foul on the floor. That one going to go against Lynch as well. That's her third personal. 16 fouls, a good look there in the paint. Couldn't get it to go. Same team, Muller with the rebound. Hands it off to Murray, and the Cards will come back the other way. 1:18 to go here, third quarter. 39-22 Cards. They'll work it around the perimeter. Lynch to Murray. Drives up and in, and no good. Blocking foul going to be called there. Murray's going to head to the line. That's going to go against Trinka, I believe, and that's her 5th personal foul, so she used all 5 of them in 3 quarters of action. Can't take them with you. Murray will head to the line for a pair. Knocks down the first. So 9 out of 10 on the day for Murray thus far. Anytime you can get a 90% free throw shooter on the floor, that's a good thing. Good crossover dribble by Winterburn. Good help defense as Lynch and Bowen converged on her. She had to give it up. Spin move, fade away. Kobe Bryant would be proud, but that does not go. Back the other way comes Murray. Underneath, and hacked in the act is going to be Lynch. That's going to be Winterburn's 4th personal. Lynch will head to the line. This is the first. Pair of Grizzlies will check in. That'll be Malovin and Sasso. Lynch will get a second attempt. 1 out of 2 for Hana. Ball inbounded, the trap occurs, and Daly nearly coming away with a steal. Grizzlies living dangerous. They'll have to hustle to get that ball over the half court. They do. They have the numbers. Nice bounce pass there. Couldn't get it to go. Rebound will go to the Grizzlies. No, and Muller goes up strong for that rebound. Yahtzee! And another good shot there for Murray. She has come alive here in the third quarter. Fired at the buzzer. No. Underneath, and that is going to do it for the third quarter. Guertin will take a 23-point lead into the fourth quarter. It certainly didn't feel like a 23-point lead, but they'll take it as they'll go into the final quarter of the regular season with a 45-22 lead on the Goffstown Grizzlies. Jason Roby calling the action for you here on the Highlight Guy with Steve Cody. Steve's on the moving pictures. Want to say hello to all of our fans in the Gate City area and around the globe. Want to welcome in all of our fans from Goffstown who are watching live via our live stream here. We'll be with you all throughout the playoffs as far as we can go until the state tells us we can't anymore. And even then, we'll still try to work around it, I'm sure. So, we talked about Olivia Murray, and she had a monster third quarter with 12 points, including a pair of three-pointers. 9 out of 10 on the day from the free throw line. She's got 22. And just playing a good, solid basketball game. And the aforementioned Murray to inbound the ball. She gets it into Daly. And the Cards get things started here in the fourth quarter. Lynch, she'll drive the baseline. Nice quick step, good body control. Couldn't get it to go. Chang was there for the board. Murray went up, got hacked in the act. She'll head back to the line. That foul is going to go against Foreman. That's her first personal. I believe they have her for 2. I've never been more wrong on my personal foul assessment here, Steve. Didn't get a lot of sleep last night. All right, Murray misses the first. Checking in will be Ava Winterburn. She will give Foreman a break. Murray knocks down the second, 1 out of 2. Breaking the press, the Grizzlies have the numbers of 4 on 2. They'll kick it back around. Fired from just shy of the circle at half court was Ava Winterburn, and long rebound goes to the Cardinals. Bowen finds Daly around the side. They'll set things back up. Ocheng to Murray, crossover dribble, foul line extended. Daly, she's not shy. She'll fire and hit one from three-point land. Here comes the trap. Grizzlies handle it. They'll set up in the half court. Ava, hesitation, gets it over to Malovan. Back to Winterburn. Used glass a little bit too hard. And a good rebound by the Cardinals. Back the other way they come. Murray thought about it. She's got the hot hand. Why not? Daly. Murray directing traffic, a reach in, no call there. The roll guarded quite well. Bounce pass, Bowen, left hand, no. Rebound to Hunt. Gives it up to Simmons, back the other way come the Grizzlies. 6:20 and counting here, fourth quarter. Pretty spin move there, and what a finish by Maggie Sasso, wow. Highlight reel type stuff, and full timeout. I believe the Grizzlies called the timeout. So 49-24 here. Early going of the fourth quarter. Cardinals enjoying a 25-point advantage. Postseason starts next week. If things stay as they are, the Cardinals will host a first-round opponent. I believe the Grizzlies will as well. We'll have to wait and see. They are 1 game shy on the full slate. At the conclusion of today, they will only have played 17 games, as one of those games against Nashua South was postponed. And I'm assuming that postponement, or that cancellation rather, came as a result of COVID. So happy Sunday afternoon to all of you that are watching us, as rare Sunday afternoon game. This one was canceled, or postponed rather. See, my use of postponement and cancellation. I can't even get that right today, Steve. My goodness. My mastery of the English language is leaving me. I'll just stop talking. No, wait, I can't do that. I got to keep talking. All right, here we go. Lynch gets the ball over to Wheeler. She's not shy. Oh, did she call glass? It matters not. Three-pointer for Wheeler. Ball kicked around the perimeter. Sasso, baseline, working on Daly. Kick out there. Nice dribble drive into the paint. No call. Is good position established by Lynch. She gets back up, has to quickly. A nice up and under, and a three-point chance for Ava Winterburn forthcoming. And that one going to go against Lynch. I believe that will be her 4th personal. We'll have to see. And it is. And And the acoustic shadows showing up here in the gym of Goffstown. 3-point play the old-fashioned way as Winterburn knocks it down. 2 Grizzlies and 1 Cardinal will enter the game. Molly Smith for the Cards. Looks like Foreman and Green for the Grizzlies. Backdoor cut, good help defense there by Green on the slash. Guertin trying to get something established inside, but the Grizzlies' interior defense has been pretty much impenetrable today. Daly will drive in through, and another leather suit play. And a foul going to be called here against the Grizzlies, but they have really challenged the Guertin drives today, and as a result have gotten at least 5 block shots in the paint. That foul's going to go against Noelle Simmons. That's her 3rd personal. Guertin will get possession. They got to get this in quick. Ball tipped, nearly stolen there by Foreman. Fired from the outside, in and out. A close one for Wheeler. 2 Grizzlies left all alone underneath, and I don't know whose responsibility that was, but I believe that was Foreman. Paquette's not shy, and she'll boggle it from the outside. I used a different game there, Steve. Boggle. We went with a boggle there. Knocked down from the outside for Paquette. Not to be outdone, Sasso tries to get on the 3-point party, can't get it to go. Back the other way come the Cardinals. Smith thought about it. Got it back out to Murray. And stagnation here. Now they're moving. Paquette, she'll fire from range. Hits nothing out of bounds. Possession will go back to the Grizzlies. 55-29, 4:14 to go here. Simmons will come out of the game, and Winterburn will check in. M. Winterburn, don't have the first name, just the initial. Deep trouble here at half court. They got it over the timeline just in time. Sasso, crossover dribble, and Paquette gonna get called for a cheap one there. Looks like that's gonna be Brooks' 3rd personal by my count. And it is. Every once in a while I get one right. Wrong? I'm never wrong. I thought I was wrong once, but I was mistaken. And as I say that, a beautiful follow with Ava Winterburn on that rebound. And so Wheeler says, anything you can do, I can do better. She drives to the glass, puts one up, and she'll get a chance for a 3-point play. Madeline Maloney checking in now for the Cardinals, seeing her first action here this afternoon. Quick conversation with Olivia Murray. Completing the 3-point play there is Wheeler. Cardinals will pick up in the half court. High post move, Winterburn able to find Sasso. That lane was cut off pretty quickly by Murray, so they'll reset. Sasso now will dribble drive. That went off of a Cardinal. Could have been Murray's foot. Sasso being forced to the right. Crossover dribble underneath and a good look cross court. Wide open from distance was Green, but she didn't take it. So we're going to get a foul call away from the ball, I believe. And that's going to be on Ocheng. That's her 3rd personal. Muller's going to check into the game. Somebody's going to leave. Thought the Cardinals going to try to play with 6. And that'll be Murray having a seat. Ava Winterburn goes to the line, knocks down the first. She will get a second. 58-32 Cardinals, 3:13 to go here in this one. 2 for 2 for Winterburn. Maloney will bring the ball up. She'll attack, kick it around to Smith. Smith will take a couple of dribbles, find Wheeler. Wheeler gets a pick. Ochang. And I believe the foul going to be called on Goffstown. Looks like it's going to go against number 4. That is Hunt. That is her first personal. Cardinals will go to the line for 1-1, more specifically Molly Smith. Great Malls of Fire knocks down the first. She'll get a second. Two for 2 for Molly. Cards will pick up at the half court. Hunt to Winterburn. Ava. Cross between the legs. She'll fire from 3. Back iron, no. Rebound comes to the Grizzlies. Good job on the glass. Fired from distance is Sasso. In and out, but there for the rebound was Ava Winterburn. So Grizzlies owning the glass on that possession. That'll send Ava back to the line. Ava knocks down the first. She is 4 for 4 so far here in the fourth. 5 out of 5 for Winterburn. Back the other way comes Maloney and the Cards. Skip pass over to Wheeler. Wheeler needs some help. She lost her dribble. Finds Ochang, and Coach Craig calls timeout. It's just a 30-second timeout, so 2:25 to go here in this one. A 25-point Guertin advantage in the half that just would not end. So we look at Ava Winterburn for the Grizzlies. She's 5 for 5 from the free throw line here today. 11 points total in the second half, 13 overall. And also Maggie Sasso. She has 7 points here to go with the 8 she had in the first half. She has 15 points. We'll get some Guertin numbers for you soon, but it looks like Paquette and Murray leading the way for the green. Maloney finds Wheeler, top of the key, gets it back to Maloney. High post to Muller. She'll go up and under, no good. That ball rolls around on the floor. That was Ochang who came away with it. High post, bounce pass to the low post, and Ochang up and in, and a pretty play there as Ochang got the pass back from Muller. Chance for a three-point play here for Dara. Misses her free throw attempt, but somehow the Cardinals come away with it. Muller gets it to Maloney, and she will direct traffic. Wheeler. Ochang to Muller. Muller, pretty move, couldn't get it to go there, but that's the kind of action we like to see down on that low block. 1:43 to go here in this one, 62-35 Cardinals. And that one going to be a foul on Wheeler as she lunged over the back of Hunt. It's going to be Wheeler's third personal. Hunt will head to the line. Knocks down the first. She'll get a second as they are in the bonus, double bonus here. Wheeler will check out. Bowen will check in for the Cards. 2 out of 2 on that rainmaker from Hunt. She's got 2 points so far here today. 62-37, 1:30 to go on the dial. Trying to establish that low post presence. And what a pretty play! A give and go from Muller to Ochang. Back to Muller. Really nicely done. (64-37). This is Annis. Got the ball back up top to Sasso. Sasso will drive, crossover. Had it from the outside, didn't take it. Instead, a dribble drive, put back up, and a pretty make there by Annis. And she is down on the floor. Hope she's okay. Trainer will come out and take a look. She gets up, so that's nice to see. She gets a nice round of applause from folks here in attendance. They'll take a look at her, make sure she's doing okay. Looks like she got a forearm or an elbow to the face. And Coach Largy wondering where the call was, and clearly he didn't see it. Cardinals now, high post. Muller will drive, throw one up too hard. And a good box out there by the Grizzlies. They come back the other way. Final 37 seconds of this one. 2-point shot from the outside, and a pretty make there by Maggie Sasso. Maloney, a deep pass, found Smith. They'll kick it back out, set things up. 23 seconds to go here. High post Muller, they're gonna say Sasso reached in, and a technical foul being called there, so looks like Sasso will pick up both, I believe. Hate to speculate. I'm going to say that was on, I guess on Winterburn, maybe? I don't even know. Muller hits the first. We could give it to Coach Largy. We'll give it to Steve. 1 out of 2 for Muller. So, a double technical? I'm not really quite sure here what the story is. Miss there by Sasso. Sasso goes 0 for 2. And possession will go to Goffstown. So hate to see that in the closing moments of a game, but regardless, these two teams are ready for the playoffs. They're ready for this regular season to be over, ready to get to the ones that really count. Sasso in the corner working on Smith. Able to find Hunt. She got control of it. Hounded there. Sasso. Skip pass all alone underneath at the buzzer. And they're going to say that no foul called, and they're just going to let it ride. So this one is in the books, a 65-41 win for the Cardinals. And we will see if we can get somebody to come speak with us. I'm guessing it's going to be Murray. We'll see what Coach Craig wants to do. So we'll see if Coach Craig wants to send someone up. I think we're going to get Liv Murray to come join us. Book on her. She finished with 23 points here in this one. Paquette had 15 for the Cardinals, so we'll see if we can get her to come join us. Here she comes, Livia Murray. She'll get the handheld mic. Hey, Liv, great game by you.
Thank you.
Here's the Muppet mic, we call it.
Okay.
So I don't know. But this is Liv Murray, and Liv is joining us here. First of all, congratulations on a great way to end the regular season on a winning note. Awesome job against Cicero North last night out of Syracuse.
Thank
but now
you.
the real fun begins. What can you tell us about this Bishop Guertin team as we head into the playoffs? You think you guys are ready to make a run here at this?
Yeah, I definitely think we're ready. We had a couple rough patches, but I feel like we really got ourselves together. This game was especially really important for us because it put us at 4th place.
Yeah, you mentioned that you and Concord tied for that 4th spot, but you get the nod because of wins over playoff teams, so a huge win here for you.
Yep.
This game here today on a Sunday afternoon, did it throw you off a little bit as a team in terms of having to come back after a long game last night and come back on a Sunday afternoon to play?
Well, it's definitely different than normal because we don't normally play back-to-back, but I think it was fine, yeah.
I have to ask you, you do a lot of things for this team. Defensively, offensively, you play the 1, you play the 2. You won't hesitate, you're not shy about taking that 3-point shot. You're good about driving to the hoop. What's your favorite thing to do within the structure of this team?
I would say I like driving to the hoop the most, yeah.
Yeah, you are a free throw wizard. I don't want to jinx you here, but look at all the, it's like I was connecting the dots here today. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 out of 12 for you tonight. 23 points on the board. But let me ask you this. Would you consider yourself to be a better passer or a better shooter?
I feel like it honestly just depends on the game and what's open. Like, if the pass is there, I'm going to pass it. And same thing with the shot.
She has been well trained to answer correctly. That is the right answer. That a lot of kids say, I just like to shoot. Or, I don't know, passing's okay, but whatever the team calls for, that's a terrific answer. So now the tough question. What's the goal of this team moving forward? I mean, obviously there are no tomorrows in terms of you lose, you go home. What is the ultimate goal for this team heading into next week?
We just want to do the best we can and win the ship.
Look at this. You have been trained well. Good. Well, this is Liv Murray, and Liv, congratulations. We look forward to watching you next week. Happy to see you guys get through this regular season with a 15-3 record. All teams now 0-0 as we head into the first round of the playoffs. Get some rest, young lady. Look forward to calling your first round game next week.
Yep, thank you.
All right, she is Liv Murray. She had 23 points tonight for the Bishop Guertin Cardinals, and a good job by the Cardinals to take this one against Steve Larkey and his Goffstown Grizzlies, a very game Goffstown Grizzly squad. We expect them to do some good things as we believe they will host a first-round game here at some point next week as well. And in the tournament, anything can happen. Well, this is a Bishop Guertin team that maybe has found their groove as we head into postseason action, a team that is clicking on all cylinders, finding it from a lot of different players. They can go inside, they can go outside. The outside stroke starting to show up in some of these games. The defensive pressure really starting to pick up for this Cardinal team, and anything less than I'm sure a state title appearance for this Cardinal team would be a disappointment, I'd have to say. But this team is one game at a time. You heard him say it. We just want to play one game at a time, do whatever the situation calls for us to do. And Coach Craig has his girls with the right mindset heading into this one. Well, congratulations to the Cardinals. They go 15-3. Maybe we'll see this Goffstown team down the road. Who knows? Anything can happen in the postseason. We will see you all next week as we start the Division I Girls postseason tournament. For Steve Cody, the highlight guy, my name is Jason Roby, reminding you that it is not the critic who counts, but you can always count on the critic. Have a great afternoon, everyone.